Okay, hello guys. I'm doing a voiceover right now because my audio, not my audio, but my voice keeps getting cut out from my videos. I don't know why, but CapCut keeps doing that. And it's really annoying because I just had to conjoin two Adopt Me videos. Well, not videos, but clips. And they both my voice got cut out. So I don't know if it's just a CapCut glitch or whatever, but this is like the 10th time that this happens, and I've had to delete so many videos because of that. But today I want to talk about my controversial opinions on the Adopt Me update. I did do a video previously talking about the Adopt Me update, but it was really mostly about the map and checking out the stuff. I didn't really do it too much, honestly, until maybe I got on the game like 2 days later or the day after, and I really started trying to grind. And that's when I started noticing the problems. Actually, it was maybe just yesterday that I started noticing things. But my first opinion about the game is the grinding. The grinding is really hard because there's no AFK area. The time limit on the skydiving takes kind of forever, in my opinion. And then third, the water balloon fight, you don't make no acorns off of it. Fourth, everything is just really extremely expensive. So first, there is no AFK area. I don't know if they're going to end up adding it. Maybe they will later on. I don't know yet, because usually I think they would already have added it. But there's none. Right now, we only have the skydiving trail minigame. They usually always add about 3, but they're taking a little long and everything is super expensive. But hopefully they do add one super soon, because I'm kind of getting frustrated with grinding on Adopt Me right now because it's just expensive, and that's my thing that I really want to talk about. So you have to have about 75,000 to 72,000 acorns already set to be able to get a teal wool monster or to trade for the fish and stuff like that. But not only do you always already have to have that certain amount of acorns, but you also have to spend a really large amount of acorns to go and buy bait. And the bait is 500 for just one. So if you go and buy 2 baits, that's literally already $1,000 with acorns that you've already spent. And it's not easy getting these acorns now, because they're really not. But yeah, the bait's like really annoying to buy. That's why I've been refusing to buy them, and I just try to get them from the bottles on the beach, but sometimes you don't even get them. But yeah, that's one thing. The next thing is the skydiving trail. That's another way to grind for the acorns, but it's just really bad, to be honest, in my opinion. Like, the time limit is really weird. I thought that the closer you got to the middle, the faster the time limit went, but that's not really true, because the time just always varies for some reason. I don't get it. Every time I do it, I still don't get my 300 little acorns from doing that task. Don't know why. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. It is what it is. But I just wish that, as we don't have any other mini games, I just wish that they would lower the time limit on the skydiving trail. I get why the time limit exists, because when they do have other mini games, they always have, every mini game has a time limit. But right now, there is no time limit, no other mini games. So I just wish there wasn't like an 8-minute wait, a 6-minute wait, because I don't know, it's super long for me, especially when you have to basically have 3 moves to do for your pet just to be able to afford one bait. Because yes, you do literally have to complete 3 moves just to be able to afford one bait. That's why I said it's super expensive. The other one is the water balloon. I don't think it really counts as a mini game. It's more like a mood for you to get the acorns. But honestly, it kind of sucks. Like, I don't want to be rude, but it kind of does, because most of the time, a lot of people aren't really going to the water balloon fight. And then most of the time, you're not even going to get that many acorns. You're probably going to get about 20 to maybe 30 acorns if you're really lucky and you keep doing it. But like, if you really want to collect as many acorns to get a bait, it's going to take forever. Like, literally. Because if you go and do the water balloon fight just for a little bit, you will probably only get like 30 acorns. So it's really not that great. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the skydiving trail has a time limit. And then while you do the time limit, yes, you can go and do your moods for your pet. But you have to at least have 3 moods to be able to afford one bait. And that sucks. Then the water balloon doesn't really help with grinding, to be honest. It really doesn't. That's why I say it kind of sucks. So yeah, those are really the only 3 ways for you to get acorns at the moment. And it just isn't that great. It's not. It really isn't, because when you start looking at it, the skydiving trail has a time limit. You have to wait till your pet gets moods. The water balloon fight doesn't really make you that much acorns. Then when you actually do finally get acorns, you're going to waste almost all your acorns just to be able to afford the baits, because you have to have 75 of this fish, then you have to have 15 of this fish, then you have to have 50 of the other fish. And it's really annoying, to be honest. I wish that they would lower the limit of how many fish that you need, because 75 fish when each bait is 500 is just crazy expensive, in my opinion. It really is. And then you have to have 72,000 or 75,000 for the Tealwood monster. Then you also have to have the same amount of acorns also for the fish if you want the fish. And it just sucks, because not only are these 2 pets kind of feeling impossible to get, or even if you want to make it into a neon or a mega neon, it feels impossible. Like, it really does. And then not only do we have 1 pet that's Robux, but we have 2 Robux pets. And I really low-key hate the Robux pets from the bottom of my heart, because not everybody can afford it. And even if you can't afford it, some people just don't want to be spending their money on the Robux pets, because imagine how much money you're going to be putting into Adopt Me every time they come out with Robux pets. I mean, there's just so many Robux pets that it is crazy. And, I'm not trying to hate, because, the games have to make their money somehow. But sometimes it just gets to a point where it's just like, dang, like, you couldn't just have made 1 pet Robux for the update, but you had to make 2. But like I said, I'm not trying to blast the game. I really am not, because I think Adopt Me is really such a great game. Like, I think they do amazing updates, especially when it comes to the Summerfest, the holiday events, like furniture updates, just even the house updates. It's really great. I really do love looking at the map of Adopt Me, because it's really gorgeous. Like I said in the other video, it was really pretty. I really loved the fishing boat shop. Not the fishing boat, but the fishing shop. It was really pretty. I'm obsessed with it every time I go in there, because I love fish. But it's just like, I hope they do make it easier to grind on Adopt Me, because for right now, at the moment, it seems pretty hard. There's no AFK area. Skydiving has a time limit. The water balloon doesn't make you really money. No acorns. You have to do 3 moods just to be able to afford 1 bait. So it kind of sucks, in my opinion. But hopefully they'll release the minigame soon, which I know they will, but I really hope it's soon though. But those are my opinions. This is the end of the video. I just wanted to quickly talk about my opinions. In no means in any way am I trying to talk bad about the game. I really do love Adopt Me. I'm literally an OG player of Adopt Me before the pets even came out. So I would never talk bad about Adopt Me. It's just the grinding. I hope to make it easier. But if you have any opinions or any games that you want me to try, please let me know down in the comments. Hope you liked this video. Please subscribe. And bye.